God have mercy on her soul. You can't touch her now, Sandy. You can't hurt her anymore. How did it start? Can't remember, can you? Was it before you were born? Were you in control even then? They say you screamed when you were born, not a cry, but a scream. Grace was born first and you were angry because you thought it should have been you. Oh yes, it always had to be you. The first to talk, the first to walk. But now Grace is the first to die. Poor Grace, the first to be born and the first to die. How everyone loved her. You couldn't stand that, could you? Anything she had, you wanted, and you would do anything to get that. Have you got a heart, Sandy? I don't think you have. No one with a heart can do what you have done. Live with it.
Believe she's gone home. I just can't believe it.
I keep thinking about when they were born. Why do I keep thinking about that?
Would it help you to talk about it? Would it be a comfort?
A comfort? No. But it has to be said. I've lost Grace, and there's nothing I can do that can bring her back.
Not now, Harvey. Come and talk to the others with me. I need you.
I will. You go on.
We will get through this, you know. Somehow we will. I just don't know how.
Tell us. Let Sandy hear about the night she was born.
I was in the waiting room. You know, excited, but scared as well. We were told that they were going to do a caesarean. Olivia was upset, but the doctor had explained that it was necessary, and of course we were in their hands. I seemed to have waited forever and I was worried sick. People kept coming and going, but I've never felt so alone in my life. The doctor came in and asked to speak to me.
Mr. Richardson.
Is everything all right? Is Olivia okay?
Yes, she's fine. She's tired and still quite sleepy at the moment. Well, Mr. Richardson, many congratulations. You have twin girls.
Twins? I don't believe you.
Believe me, I've just delivered them.
But the tests, the scans, there was only one baby. I saw that myself.
Yes, it was a surprise, but this can happen. Very often it's the way that babies are positioned that prevents one being detected during the scan. However, this was an unusual case.
What do you mean? They are okay, aren't they?
They're fine, a little small, but that was to be expected. Babies grow, you know.
But you said something about unusual.
Well, yes, obviously there had only been one heartbeat. Otherwise we would have known before that they were twins. But in these cases, the other heartbeats usually picked up during the delivery. However, right up until the second baby was born, there was only one heartbeat. When she was born, we were concerned for her, but then her heart started beating. It was a surprise and a relief. And boy, did she scream. Not just a cry, but a scream.
And the first baby, were there concerns for her?
No concerns. She was all right.
There's something you're not telling me. I can tell.
Nothing to be concerned about. Just a little surprising. The first baby was very bruised, poor little thing. Bruising can happen during a difficult birth, but this was different. She looked as though she had to fight to be born. But anyway, a very happy ending, and we have two beautiful daughters.
Thank you, Doctor. I should have known then that something was not right.
You see what you've done to him? What do you have to say?
What is there to say? What do you expect me to say?
Grace was such a lovely girl. Remember your 5th birthday? Remember the doll that Grace was given? The doll that you thought should have been yours?
Mummy! Sandy, where's Mummy?
Go away. I'm busy.
What are you doing?
I'm drawing. I'm good at drawing.
What are you drawing?
Not telling.
Oh, please, Sandy, show me.
Go
show me.
away.
Is it a picture of me?
No, I don't want to draw you.
Is it something to do with our birthday?
No.
Is it a dog?
No, don't be silly.
I'm not silly.
Yes, you are. You're always silly.
Where's Mummy? I want Mummy.
She's with Auntie Sally. I hope she's bought me a present.
I like Auntie Sally.
I like presents.
Girls? Oh, there you are. Don't get dirty for your party, will you? No, Mummy.
Are those presents from Auntie Sally? I want mine now.
Sandy, that's not very nice. Here we are. There's one for you and there's one for you. A doll. Oh, look, Mummy, she's lovely. Oh, isn't she lovely? Sandy, what have you got?
It's a dog.
Oh, isn't she lovely? Look, Grace. I think I'll call my doll Emma. Oh, look, Sandy, she's lovely.
She's all right.
Well, what are you going to call your dog, Sandy?
Don't know.
What about Barney?
No.
You can decide later, girls. Now clear up the mess. Your friends will be here soon.
Give me the doll, Grace.
No, she's mine.
You can have my dog.
No, I want my doll.
Let me hold her.
All right, just for a little while.
She's mine now.
What? No, give her back.
She doesn't want to be with you.
Please, Sandy, give her back.
Are you going to cry if I don't give her back?
Stop it, give her back.
You are, aren't you? You're going to cry.
Please, Sandy, give her back.
She doesn't like crybabies.
But she's my present. Auntie gave it to me.
But we're twins. Twins share everything.
Please give it back. I'll tell Mummy.
Fine. Take your stupid doll. Don't want her. She's ugly like you.
Come on, girls. What's the matter? Grace, whatever are you crying about?
She's crying because she wanted my dog, but I don't have to give it to her, Mummy, do I?
No, of course not, darling. Grace, stop being so silly. Now go and get ready. Sandy, I told you to clear up the mess. What's that drawing?
It's flowers, Mummy. I drew Grace flowers for her birthday.
Isn't that lovely of you?
Grace didn't want them.
Now, why did you do that?
I'll give Grace flowers another time. Not today. I'll give Grace flowers another time.
What did I do wrong, Sandy? I don't understand what happened. I believed everything you told me. I could see no bad in my little girl. How could I? You had your tantrums, but no more than any other child. I was so proud of my girls, my beautiful little twins. Grace was my firstborn, but I always felt that you'd look after her. You seemed so in control. I didn't worry when she was with you. I didn't think you'd let anybody hurt her. And oh God, why didn't I see what was happening? Why didn't I see how much you hated her? I loved her.
You know nothing.
Then why did you let her die, Sandy?
Couldn't stop her. Don't look at me like that. Sandy! Your mother has suffered enough. You were always good at lying, weren't you, Sandy? It was only little things to begin with, but whenever you were given the chance, you would lie. Sometimes you'd even believe them yourself, wouldn't you? Your own mother believed you. And if she believed you, what chance had your teachers got? First year at senior school, and they saw you as Little Miss Perfect. How wrong they were.
Grace? Oh, it's you. Sorry, I was looking for Grace.
She left early. She had a doctor's appointment.
Mr. King wanted to see her. He asked me to find her.
Mr. King, has he made a decision?
Yes, he's chosen her to swim for the school, to represent us. He went, on and on about how she's the best chance the school's ever had.
Well, I know she's the best. I could have told him that.
He wants her to start extra training straight away. She's going to be so excited, isn't she?
It's best she doesn't know. I'll promise you won't tell her.
What do you mean, don't tell her?
It's just don't tell her. She's been ill and all that extra training. She won't be able to cope. She could be seriously unwell.
I didn't know. What's wrong with her?
Well, you wouldn't understand, so don't mention it.
I hadn't any idea. What should I tell Mr. King?
Don't worry, I'll talk to him. That'd be best.
Oh, okay. Sandy, I couldn't stand if anything happened to Grace.
I won't let anything happen to her. I promise.
Bye.
Bye.
Sandy, I thought it was Grace for a minute. Is she about?
No, she had a doctor's appointment.
Well, perhaps you could ask her to see me first thing tomorrow. I've got some very good news for her.
Yeah, I've heard.
News travels fast round here.
Look, I'm sorry, Mr. King, but Grace can't swim for the school.
What do you mean?
Well, she has asthma.
Oh, I know. And she copes remarkably well. Never makes a fuss.
She can't swim for the school.
I don't know what you're talking about. Her conditions never affected her performance. Anyways, swimming's good for asthmatics.
All that extra training and pressure. She won't be able to cope. She gets worse when she worries.
Sandy, I think I know more about this than you do. I can see you're upset. But you're worrying unnecessarily.
I've seen it happen before. I can't bear to see her go through it again. It's worse at night, you see. She lies awake worrying, and her breathing becomes worse and worse. I can't bear to see her suffer.
Now don't get upset. I'll be speaking to your parents about the competition anyway. This is a great experience for Grace.
My parents? You can't talk to my parents. They'd hate to turn the offer down for Grace. She's not as strong as she makes out. I should know, she's my twin.
This is ridiculous. I refuse to discuss it any further with you, Sandy.
I can't believe you can do this. I'm not going to stand around and watch my sister suffer so unnecessarily.
That's enough. You're obviously upset. I admire your loyalty, but don't think you can dictate to me, young lady.
Don't care if I get in trouble. If it means my sister doesn't have to risk her health for your stupid swimming team.
Get out! I'll be speaking to your parents.
Of course, that was the right thing to do, to approach the parents.
I wish I'd never set eyes on the Matthews twins. Grace had talent, real talent, and I thought that I should fight for her to be given a chance. Oh yes, I spoke to the parents. Then I found myself speaking to the head. And suddenly, I was out of a job. How could this have happened? How could a 12-year-old have manipulated the situation so that I found myself out of a job? Why did you do it, Sandy? What had I done to you?
You chose her.
So what happened?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what she said. But all of a sudden, I was thought to be unsafe around young girls. Oh, nothing was actually said, and I was given a decent reference. But underneath it all, I felt that Sandy had pointed a finger at me, accusing me of goodness knows what. In the end, it was better that I left. There was no proof, of course, but she got rid of me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I believed her. Of course I believed her. She was my little girl. Lily broke my heart when she told me. I was so angry. We trusted you. You were her teacher. And then she was telling us all of these awful things. It nearly destroyed my husband. He was so angry. But for me, it was more of a sadness. I sat with Sandy and I held her until she fell asleep. I wanted to protect her. That's what a mother should do, isn't it? I felt that I'd failed and that I'd let her down. But as you say, there was no real proof. But why should I have doubted what my own little girl said wasn't true? We spoke to the head teacher and we told him everything, although it seemed he didn't actually believe us. We got our way though, didn't we? You were sacked and you were disgraced. And I'm so sorry. So very sorry. Now, of course, I know that my daughter, she is a liar. And she is not the person I once thought she was. She's still my daughter. I just don't know who she is.
Your poor mother. How could you do that to her? Do you hear someone crying? It's that girl over there.
Make her stop. Can't stand it.
Who is it, Sandy?
Just a girl.
What's her name?
I don't know.
I think you do. Charlotte, isn't it?
Why'd you ask if you already know?
She was Grace's best friend, wasn't she?
No. Grace only wanted me.
Say it, Sandy! Say she was Grace's best friend.
No.
The friend she told everything.
Oh, Mrs. Matthews, is Grace there?
I thought you'd been on the phone till morning.
Well, not all morning.
Don't you two ever run out of things to say to each other?
There's always something to gossip about.
Oh, Mum, have you seen my... Oh, you're here.
Yeah. Tell Grace that she's here.
Grace, your friend's here. Thought you were going out tonight.
We are, but Grace wanted to see me about something.
Well, it'll save some money on my telephone bill.
What did she want to talk to you about?
I don't know. Something to do with Ollie, I expect.
Oh, the big romance. Still on then?
Yes. You know.
Hi. What's this about Ollie?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
What were you talking to her about?
I didn't. Now tell me about last night.
Well, I didn't want to tell you on the phone.
Well, this sounds interesting.
I don't know what to do. Ollie's asked me to marry him.
Marry? Well, what did you say?
Well, I didn't say anything really.
What?
Well, I said I wanted time to think.
What did he say?
Oh, he was so lovely. He said he understood.
Well, what's he going to do?
Well, I just don't know. What do you think?
Well, he's mad about you. I always thought you'd end up together. It's been a long time. Can I be a bridesmaid?
Oh, of course, Charlotte. It's just that I'm not sure.
Well, I'm sure it's the right thing. But, of course, it's how you feel.
Well, I love him. I'm sure of that.
Well, there you are then. I'm sure it's the right thing. Only,
What?
well, Sandy can't stand him.
Oh, I know, and that's what spoils it. He's really tried, but she just doesn't want to know.
Well, what's she got against him?
I really don't know.
Well, what did she say when you told her he'd asked you?
I haven't told her. I haven't told anyone but you. Oh, I couldn't tell her.
Grace, you must do what you think's right for you. Don't worry about anyone else. It's your life, yours and Ollie's. Just think about that. Don't worry about Sandy now. I'm sure what you do will be the right thing. He really loves you.
Oh, thank you, Charlotte. What would I ever do without you?
What's going on in here?
Oh, Sandy. Ollie's asked me to marry him.
Isn't it great?
Oh, you knew, did you? So what did you tell him?
Well, I said I wanted time to think.
What, time to talk it through with Charlotte?
No, I wanted time to think.
Well, you know how I feel about him.
But it's Grace he's asked to marry. It's how she feels.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see the two of you have already talked this through.
Sandy, I was going to tell you.
Yeah, thanks.
Sandy, please don't.
I think I'd better go. I'll see you later, Grace.
Sandy.
I really do love him.
Do you?
What is it? Why don't you like him?
Are you sure he really loves you?
Yes.
Then how comes he made a pass at me? Oh, but maybe I misunderstood. As your dear friend said, it's you he asked to marry.
Grace cried and cried. She told Charlotte, and she confronted Oliver. He convinced her that you were lying, and she helped him to make Grace see sense. Grace decided you had been trying to protect her. She couldn't see you for what you really are, a ruthless liar. It was a lovely wedding. I wonder what you were thinking. It must have almost killed you to see her so happy, so beautiful. But then again, I can't think it was just jealousy that drove Sandy on. It must have been something even deeper than that.
Morning, Sally. Ready for the wedding of the year?
I sure am. I can't wait. It's okay, Olivia. Harvey's in here.
Just trying to get a bit of peace and quiet before kick-off.
It's not a football match, Harvey.
Harvey, are you ready?
Yes, dear. Doesn't take me all morning like you girls. It's bad enough trying to get in the bathroom any morning, but it's murders today.
You love being the only man in the house. They'll make a fuss of you.
Well, you look very nice, dear. Quite distinguished.
Thank you. I like the dress.
I'm not too sure about the colour.
I told you, you look gorgeous. Very mother of the bride.
Do you agree, Harvey?
You know I do. Good grief, you took long enough buying the outfit.
That's the fun bit.
Fun.
Have you seen Sandy?
Still in the bathroom, I think. God knows what she's doing in there.
Oh, she needed help with her hair.
Oh, I think Charlotte's just gone up there to help Grace. Isn't she lovely?
She is. Now, Harvey, you will help Grace in and out of the car of her dress, won't you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
You know that's the 10th time you've asked me that.
You can't be too sure, men. Forget about these things.
You know, I'm really looking forward to this.
So am I, although I know I'm going to cry.
And I wish I wasn't this nervous.
Relax and enjoy yourself. It's costing me enough.
One down and still one to go.
Great. I don't know who'll be brave enough to tackle Sandy.
You have got your speech, haven't you, dear?
I have?
The censored version, I hope?
You killed Joy.
Come on. Let's have a drink to calm the nerves.
Now you're talking.
Wow. The dress looks good. Thanks. Look, I'll push it on for you.
Okay.
Does that feel okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Is it safe?
Yes.
You look lovely.
Oh,
Wait till Ollie sees you.
I wonder how he's feeling.
Nervous as you, I'd expect.
It shows then.
Yes. Well, you look gorgeous. I'll see you in church.
Okay. Give me a hug.
Good luck.
Bye.
Beautiful.
I love you.
Love you too.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
Do I? I don't feel well, actually.
Oh, Sandy, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, have you taken anything for it?
I expect it's just nerves.
Nerves? It's me who has the nerves.
Surely you realise that whatever you feel, I feel. When you suffer, I suffer. I feel your pain.
Pain? I'm not in any pain, Sandy.
Pain is strong.
Your pain. Please don't, Sandy. Not now.
Poor Grace. Look, bought you flowers.
Oh, Sandy.
Silly me. You don't need my flowers. Can you have a bouquet? Look. I'll bring you flowers another time, Grace.
Well, Sandy, the wedding went as everyone had hoped. Everyone but you, that is.
You know, I'll never forget that day. I was so proud. So proud of both my girls. But now I realise that I failed them. Something was very wrong, and I didn't know. I should have known. I was their father. I don't know what I feel for you, Sandy. I'll always love you, but I'll never understand you.
Dad, listen.
No, it's too late. Much too late. So, Grace was the first to marry, and it was a good marriage, wasn't it? Oliver loved her very much. Then somehow, you persuaded Grace to let you move in with them. Soon after that, she became very unwell. You played the caring, dutiful sister. How could everyone be so blind?
Sandy. Sandy, who was that at the door? I thought I heard someone.
Oh, it was just Charlotte. I told her you were resting.
Oh, but I would have loved to have seen Charlotte.
You need your rest. How are you feeling?
A little better. Oh, but what about Charlotte?
Look, I know what's best for you.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that he's doing this to me.
Look, he's cheating on you. You can't let him get away with this.
But I love him.
Home. Grace, who are you?
In here. Oh, God, stay with me, Sandy.
Hi, darling. Oh, you're still here. Are you feeling any better, Grace?
A little better.
You're so pale. I wish you to the doctor.
I've got an appointment tomorrow.
You didn't tell me. I'll come with you.
It's okay.
No, I'll come with you.
Isn't that up to Grace?
She needs me even more now.
Oliver, I know it's been going on. Sandy's told me and we must talk about it.
What are you talking about, Grace?
I've tried to pretend it isn't happening any longer, but I can't stand it.
Please don't cry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who is she? Why are you doing this to me?
Where have you got such an idea?
Tell her, Oliver.
You keep out of this.
How can I? Tell her who it is.
I promise you, Grace, you've got it all wrong.
There's someone else, isn't there? Please don't lie to me.
No, I love you.
Do you?
You know I do.
You can't say it, can you? Well, I'll have to tell her. It's me, Grace. It's me he's been seeing. He can't keep his hands off of me.
No. Grace! No! You're evil. There's no other word for you. It went further than you imagined, though. Didn't it, Sandy? Grace kept that doctor's appointment. And it was only then that you found out she was pregnant. You didn't just take my wife away. You took my child, too. Are you satisfied now? Did you get what you wanted?
That poor girl. She was destroyed by your lies. She became weaker and weaker. Grace died. Some say that she couldn't bear to live, believing that Oliver had betrayed her with you. Others say that she was just too weak and the pregnancy was too much for her. But you know, so do those close to her, that Grace took her own life. She chose to die in the same way as you chose how she should live. You hadn't got a heart, Sandy, had you? You had to take hers.